Hello, the Brotherhood. I've been asked to redo this video in English. I will try. So this is not my mother language. I excuse by advance if I make some mistake. Do not hesitate to correct if something is not understandable. Well, in French I made two videos, one to show the board game and the second one to explain the rules. In English I will only create one video because it's easier for me. As you can see, my camera move because it's my mobile phone. I'm just handing it, sorry. I'm not a pro YouTuber with very expensive material, you know. Well, so what is the game Risk? Visually, for first, you can see many things. First things, you have of course the board itself representing the whole world map with 42 countries to have. You have also 5 dices, 3 blacks and 2 reds, and you have 5 factions. So you have gray, white, black, blue and red. For this example, I just took the red one. You have 3 kind of token. This one is just the assassin, which count for 1 unit. You have then the shield for 5 unit and the eagle for 10 unit. Yes, I said the shield. I don't know if it's the word in English because all the rules, all explanation I have are in French, and I did not check on internet what are the real name in English. I hope you will understand it. So on the board you also see, but we will see that in the rules, these two parts. Assassin par territoire, meaning assassins per region, per country, and assassin par carte, which means assassins per cards. The cards are there. You see there are 3 kind of cards, and there is one here which is also a territory. You see territory, but a specific one. I'll explain in the rules. You have memory fragments and skills. So all these cards are used in the game, and that's it. On the map you can see here there's a line, the line link there. It's a quick move to avoid having to go through the whole map. You can just pass the border there to come here. For each territory, full territory, you see you also have here some number explained. This is some specific thing. It's quite different, but well, that's nearly everything. So I can also show you, of course, the box itself because it's quite beautiful. We can see that the last ones on the box are Bayek and Aya, meaning that it came out before Cassandra, so before Odyssey. But it's a quite nice one. You have the title, of course, on every part. That's the same. I really tried to contact, you see here, Ubisoft, Winning Move and Hasbro. I tried to contact either Winning Move and Hasbro, but to understand better the rules. But both answered they are not the one to be contacted, without telling me who to contact if there's something I don't understand. So yes, there are some rules I understand which are not clearly said in the rule book, the last thing I will show. So maybe it's not the official rule, but this is how I understand it. Concerning the rule book, still quite beautiful, simple but beautiful. What I really like is that in the book you have also some drawing, some nice drawing. It's quite clear to see. Everything is well explained. You see it's in French. Sorry for that. So nothing to see there. The explanation of the attack. Still the attack. The move. So well, this is all for the showing of the game. Next thing will be to better see the cards themselves, then I'd say attack to the rule themselves. So what about the cards? The first stack I will show, the thicker one, is the territory, which regroup all territories. You see there Russia and Central Africa, etc. So I will not show you all the country because sorry for that, I don't know all the country name in English. There are 42 and there are some I'm not sure to say properly. But here you have these 42 which represent the whole map. You have the memory fragment. Memory fragment are quite missions, so things you have to do during the part. You are not forced to do them, but if you do, you gain a bonus. I take one here. So it's Australian desert nowadays. Put an end to the Phoenix project in the Abstergo's secret laboratory and at Uluru. It says to win this mission you have to gain the whole Indonesia. So Indonesia, New Guinea, Australian coast, Australian Occidental Australia, and you win directly 12 assassins. So these are all those territories. So if you win the whole there, you did the mission and you win 12 assassins. For the moment, if you never played Risk, you don't know what the assassins are for, but it will come. And at last, you have these skills, said in French, aptitude. Here you have something that can be good or bad for you. You have 2 at the beginning of the game, so I take 1. A Templar planned an energy charge with head and sword. It says eliminate 5 of your assassins from the board. So this is a bad one. Is the good one? Yeah. Next one is a good one. You receive precious help from Sean Hastings. Add 4 to each of your dice. I don't know the word in English. Is it dices for the plural of dice, or is it like mouse and mice? It's quite different. Just tell me in the comment. For the rest, I told you there's one specific card. It's also a territory, but you don't have a territory there. It's Sigma Team. When the Sigma Team card is picked up from the stack, the game ends, and the winner is the one who has the more territory. You can play with or without it, depending on how long you prefer to play, of course. Well, concerning the rules themselves, it's explained in 2 steps. The first one is the setting, and then how to play. So for the settings, it's quite easy. Each player choose, of course, the Brotherhood you want to play, so the color, basically, you want to play, and place it by size order next to the board. You place it however you want. Indeed, it's just a stack of token you will have to use on the game. Just ensure to use it well, to place it well. Then you choose who played the first, and you play in the clockwise turn. Of course, there are many ways to select who to play, but there's a but. When you set the game, you have then to shuffle the 42 territories, excluding the Sigma Team card, and you distribute all cards to the player. But if all the player don't have the same amount of cards, of territory cards, in a game at 4 or 5 player, for instance, the player having additional card will play last. So if you have a player that have 10 cards and all the other 9, the 10 cards play last. Then, When it's done, the player watch the card and place their assassins on the territory they obtained, placing one assassin if the card have one shield, one symbol, I'd say, and two if the card has two. Indeed, if I take one card from the stack, you have here two and here one symbol. So you place two assassins in China and one in Indonesia. And you place all your assassins. All player can place the assassin at the same time. But well, if you play 5 or 4 players, maybe each at his time, to avoid moving the token of the other, would be a nice idea. When all the assassins are placed, the stack is filled with all the territory card and the Sigma team if you want to play with it. And you shuffle it again and you put it next to the board. Then you have the memory fragment. You shuffle it, of course, and then you give 2 to each player. Each player can directly see the memory fragment card, but of course not show them to the others. So I remind you, memory fragments are for the missions, to win some assassins. So you can watch them to see what you could do to have more assassins quite fast. When you have that, next step, you have the skills, of course. And for the skills, it's the same than for the memory fragment. So you shuffle, give 2 to each player, but in this case, so for these cards, even the player receive the cards, do not watch them. You just put it with the back up next to you and you do not watch them, because it will be played in the game and it should be a surprise, I'd say. So we place the player. I will not do it because you see I'm not really on the table, so I would lose some piece. We have the map fully covered. We have the first player to play. What to do? First of all, place your assassins. So you decide in the amount of new assassin you want to place on the board. At each turn, on this phase, this first phase, you receive 3 assassins to place anywhere you want on your own country, of course. You cannot place it on a country you do not have. Of course, it's at the beginning, but later in the game you will have more, I hope for you, more than 3 assassins. So you place everything. When everything is placed, assassins, the 3 ones, and the other ones, we will see later how to have more assassins. You go to the next step. The next step is the battle phase. No, sorry. The next step is during this place assassins, you can choose to turn one of your skill card to show it. As I said, it can give you power on or remove power, but when you turn it, you have to play it, depending on what is said on the card. So you have to do whatever is said on the card. So this is the one I already checked. You discover an hidden artifact. You use it to heal your assassins deadly injured. Add 3 assassins to any of your territories. Nice one. So you have to play it directly. When, of course, it has to, because you have some cards that have to be played during the attack phase, the next one. For the attack phase, you will use the dice. Yeah. For the attack phase, you can attack any territory next to one of yours. You cannot cross the map from here to here, for instance. You have to attack if you are in North Africa. You have to attack either Brazil, you see there's a link, Egypt, East Africa, Central Africa, or, because there's a link here, West Europe. To attack, there are some rules, some quite easy rules. First of all, you can attack maximum with 3 assassins, and it will be shown by the dice you use. So if you have even 10 assassins there, you can use 3 to attack, for instance, Egypt. When done, so when you select the territory you want to attack, you just move your assassins. I will show with the shield to the country to say I attack. For the attack, each player, the defense and the attack, each player throw the dice, black for the attack, red for the defense. We'll say there are 2 assassins there, 2 or more, because the defense can only play 2 dice at once. So 2 or more, and the attack is with 3 assassins. So we throw, and we have to compare the highest dice. So for the black, you remove the lowest, this one, and then 6 with 5, 3 with 1. So decreasing order, decreasing order. 6 of attack win against 5, 3 of attack wins against 1, meaning that 2 assassins of the defense are killed. To win the fight for the attack, you have to be strictly above the number on the dice of the defense, meaning that if the defense had here a 6, it's the defense who win, and the attack who lose, of course, 1 assassins. Nice. And I say 1 and then I put a plural. Magnifique. So you attack. You can, concerning the attack, you can attack as long as you want, as long as you can. So when you end an attack, you can do another one until you say, okay, I don't want to attack anymore. But I have been asked, this is something interesting because I had the question on the French video. There are some cards in the skills saying, for instance, add 3 to each of your dice. And the question was, is it permanent in the game or only once in a fight? And I answered, of course, only once in a fight. Because as long as there is no highest point, it means that if you put a 5 on your dice, if you have a 5 on your dice plus 3, you have 8, and 8 is winning all the time. So it's quite cheating to use it multiple times. You use it once in an attack, and of course you put it back in the skill stack. It's a one use. When you finish your attack, all your attack, you have the third and last step in your turn. It's the move your brotherhood. To move your brotherhood, you can move any assassins from one territory. For instance, I said North Africa will stay there because it's easy for me. You can move nearly all. Always keep at least 1 assassin on a territory. You cannot empty a territory. But to move, you have to either have a direct border with the country. Let's say here the red player have also the Egypt. So he can move, for instance, this there. To be stronger there, to avoid, for instance, attack from here or from here. It's useful when you have territory that are surrounded by your own territories, because you don't need to have a lot of assassins at such territories. But you can move only from one territory to another. You have to have either one border. When I say one border, quick move like this or even like this, it's considered as a border. Or you have to have all the territory between the first one and the second one owned by you. For instance, I will set a dice. So you want to add 10 to here, you can, because there's Egypt between both of them. But for instance, if you want to go to United States, East United States there, you have to control either the territory from here to go, you see the path here, above, go down and there, so you have to control all of this, or by the other side, nearly the whole Asian Russian map and going back to nearly the whole US country, North America country. So yes, you cannot just fly from a territory to another. It's the most strategic part, because you have to well choose which country you want to add and remove, of course, assassins, to avoid being attacked too easily. And then these are the three main phases, and there is a fourth one. You see, 4, saying pick a card if you can. If you win at least one country, so you attack and you win the fight, you win the country, you can pick the first card in territory, of course. So here it's Indonesia. No matter what is the name of the country, it's only for the setting of the game that you need the name. For the rest, what's important is there. So you can pick one card. Regardless to the number of country you won, it's only one card. The first one. If you did not, of course, you do not pick a card. You are not forced to use the cards directly. You are not forced at all. You can just keep them. You'll use them later. So, there is a last part. How to add assassins to the basic 3 you have each turn. There are 3 ways. First way, by territory. So if you have 12 to 14 territory on your own, you add 1 assassin. 15 to 17, 2, etc. Until 40 to 42, 10. Of course, if you have 32, you won. You won. And then you have assassins by card. This is the card. This is the one card you can use to trade with assassins. You can have 2, so this one will give me nothing because it's a 1. You see, it's first 2. 2 symbol give you 2 assassins, to 10 symbol giving 30 assassins. And with 30 assassins, adding to your 3 from base, are you quite well. But you have to keep the cards until you play them, and it's a 1 play. So when you play to change your card to assassins, you have to put it back in the stack. You cannot keep them. These are 2 ways, and I said 3 ways. The third one, you see there are colors on the map. North America, South America, Africa, Europe, Asian, Russian, and of course Australia. If you control a full territory or full color, you have the number of assassins you see there. So if I control full Africa, I will have 3 more assassins until I lose a part of Africa. So at the end you can have, let's say, 24 territory here, plus 5. You have some cards, let's say 5 point there, you have 10 assassins. So 8, 10, 18, and you have South America, 2 assassins. You already have 20 assassins, more than your 3 from bases. And the game is won, of course, either if the Sigma card is pulled, in that case the one who has the most territory win, or if you don't play with it, just the first one who have all the territory win the game. I'm not sure everything is clear. I try to do it, But as I said, my English, the English is not my mother language, so maybe sometime I was not clear. Don't hesitate to ask me in the comment to be more clear. I will answer writing. I will not redo the video. But I hope you enjoyed this. And if you like in English, share it, of course. Tell me so, and maybe I will do some more English video to show my collection, to show my games, and things like that. That's all for me. 25 minutes is a good time. It was Assassin's Creed Risk, the board game, presentation and rules. Hope you enjoy, and I'll see you next time.